Hey everyone, it's Marianne from the New York City Organization of Public Service Retirees. And in the true spirit of paying it forward, today I have another retiree who is trying to battle his retiree group from being forced into Medicare Advantage plans. So everyone, meet Lloyd Archer of the organization TWU100R, which are retirees from the MTA and New York City Transit, formerly of local TW100. Hey Lloyd.
Hello, how are you, Marianne?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing just fine.
So we're here today to talk about what you guys are doing. So I understand that you recently filed litigation against TWU100 Transit and MTA. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, we filed for a TRO last month on this Medicare Advantage, uh, and it was granted, and it was overturned by for reasons that our attorney got sick and wasn't able to answer the petition. So we are refiling with new lawyers, and January 10th, I don't know exactly what time yet, we will be returning to court to get the TRO reinstated.
Okay, so to my understanding, yes, that the restraining order was suspended, and that it would have to be argued on January 10th, to hopefully be reinstated. So we want to be able to get everyone to the courthouse, which to my understanding, I believe was 111 Center Street. And yep, 10 a.m. At IAS Part 16, and the courthouse is located at 111 Center Street. So we want to make sure many retirees all come out and bring a bottle of water and a snack to be there, because you might be there for a couple hours, but be prepared to be there. Dress warmed, because it might be cold, and fill up that courtroom, because you want to make sure that you can watch your justice at work for you. Now, of course, hiring an attorney, as I can tell you, comes with a great expense. So talk to us about fundraising in order to keep supporting this litigation.
Yes, we need everybody to give, please. The website that you can go to is TWU100R.org. It's a PayPal link there. There's a Zelle link. You can also mail checks. There's a post office box address in that link. We're asking at this time, because of the price of the lawyers, that everybody please just $100 a man. I mean, and we would have money to continue fighting, even if the TA appeals the case. So we will still have money to continue fighting. What I want you guys to understand is that they're forcing us into this MA, which is Medicare Advantage, without even speaking to us about it. Everybody should be up in all the retirees over 65 should be up in arms about that. You got to understand, if we get put into these plans, it could cost us money. We're all on a fixed income. All right, it'll go into our pensions and our Social Security. So if you can, please support us. Our website is www.twu100r.org. I'll say it again, www.twu100r.org.
That's fantastic. So everyone, if you're able to give more. Understand that attorneys do charge a lot an hour, and that in order to continue the litigation, to protect your rights to your choice of healthcare, to keep you in traditional Medicare with your CPPO plan, your MTA supplement, that it's going to require some finances to keep the lawyers maintained to fight this in court. Because once you hopefully get this TRO reinstated, then you have to argue the merits of the case. And as I can tell you, that tends to, you have to keep financing that. So it's very important to keep this going. And then if you can, make these donations monthly, because this isn't going away. What happened was, as what happened to us in New York City, I can tell you is happening to you, is that insurance companies are convincing unions and employers to auto-enroll their retirees into one plan, Medicare Advantage. And that way now you no longer have a choice. The only choice you have is between now is what they've known as option 1 and option 2, which is 2 Medicare Advantage plans, slightly different features, but they're Medicare Advantage plans. And unfortunately, Medicare Advantage is unlike traditional Medicare. So to make this simple in the Cliff Note version, so I can explain that to you quickly, is that Medicare doesn't have networks, doesn't have prior authorizations, and 97% of doctors in America accept it. If your doctor wants to give you a test or a procedure, the doctor orders it and you go and have it. Medicare pays for it. In Medicare Advantage, you have to use their network of doctors. And if you go outside of the network, the doctor doesn't accept Aetna, he won't accept or she won't accept the plan for payment, then you have to pay the doctor up front and then send that invoice to Medicare, Aetna Medicare, in order to see if they will find it medically necessary and reimburse you. If they do not, one of your plans has I believe, a $0 out of pocket, and the other one has I think $1,000 maximum out of pocket. If you had to pay for a doctor or procedure out of pocket and submit the bill for reimbursement, if Aetna determines it was not medically necessary, that is completely out of pocket for you and does not get captured in that cap at all. Also, your prior authorizations if your doctor wants you to have a procedure or you get discharged from a hospital and the doctor wants you to go into skilled nursing or rehab, your insurance company, Aetna, will be the determining factor whether or not that's where you go. Instead, before in traditional Medicare, it's your doctor that makes that decision, and he is the person that dictates your care. In Medicare Advantage, it's the insurance company. They become the gatekeeper. So these are really important things. Also, another critical point is that if you are younger, under 65 and disabled, and you are in an area where there is no or few or little doctors that accept this plan, then, and the out-of-network feature for you isn't obviously going to work, especially if the doctors don't accept the plan for payment, then you're strictly out of pocket. And that becomes prohibitive, especially when you're on a fixed income. So you would then want to stay in traditional Medicare. However, if you are under 65 and disabled and you don't live in one of 4 states with a guaranteed issue, which means that you are guaranteed to be issued a supplemental plan, and that would be Maine, Massachusetts, Connecticut, or New York, you would end up having to go through underwriting, and it potentially may not be able to afford a supplement in that circumstance. It could be very expensive, or you could be denied based on pre-existing condition. So keep those things in mind. This is why your retiree organization is challenging this, because you were promised that you would have a choice of plans, and you were offered that you would have traditional Medicare with a supplement or a Medicare Advantage plan, not that you would just be forced to choose between 2 MA plans. So this is why your organization is trying to fight this. Also, we do have a few retirees that are in what they call continuing care residential communities, CCRCs. These are residential communities where people sign a lease that they promise that they will maintain their traditional Medicare and supplement, not Medicare Advantage or an HMO plan. And that's because the medical director is the one that dictates your care and takes care of you and transitions you from independent to assisted to nursing or memory care. And because of the prior authorizations found in and networks found in MAs and HMOs, it becomes prohibitive in taking care of you. So now you have to fear that if you are discharged from a hospital and the medical director from the community directs that you need to go to rehab, if Aetna denies it, we now have an issue. And we already know that the same vice president of Aetna who put an affidavit in your case was also working on our case, an affidavit in our case, where he could not get a CCRC to agree to accept the Aetna plan in network. So these are all things to be concerned about, and this is why your retiree organization is challenging this change of healthcare. So I applaud you for doing that, and our organization supports you 100%. We hope everyone donates to your cause and continues to donate. I understand on your button it also allows for recurring donations. So if people can give what you can, give more if you can, give often if you can, and support your retirees.
And one more thing, the active members, if you're watching, they're coming for you next. So you guys need to step it up also. And I would like to see a lot of actives out there on the 10th making noise with us. And we want to jam that courtroom up. I have a phone number that you can reach us on. It's 929-247-7175. That's 929-247-7175. That's our organization's phone number. Have any questions, reach out and give us a call. All right, thank you.
Awesome. So they can make donations by PayPal. They can mail a check to your PO box. All that information's on your website, right?
All on the website. We even have newsletters, videos, anything you need to help you understand what Medicare Advantage is all about.
And you also have a Facebook page.
And we have a Facebook page, TWUR at Facebook. There's information on there also.
All right,
Thank
great.
you,
Is there anything else you want to add before we close?
There's nothing else. I'll see you guys on the 10th. Please be there, be square. Thank you.
Absolutely. In solidarity.
Yes.